Yeah, okay, so we started recording now, and then I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so today we're going to be looking over lab number 3, and then we're also going to be looking over assignment number 7. It's assignment number 7, right? I think so.
I think it's assignment 8.
Okay, you're probably right. I was just guessing. But here, so I'll show you what I've done for
The lab?
so far, yeah. So just have a quick glimpse at this, and then I'll just be right back.
Okay.
This is the important stuff. It starts right here.
Okay.
Okay, so were you able to have a look? So what we did, that class was we...
Hey, for the first function, it says display personal information. Isn't that supposed to display name and stuff? It's asking for radius over there.
Yeah, so here, I'll actually show you what it does. So
Okay.
it'll go... Do you know about creating new static voids and stuff?
Yeah, so I am halfway through in the video.
Okay, so the concept you probably already know. So over here, I didn't really know what to do for display personal information, but he basically wanted us to allow the user to input your information. So please enter your program AI. Please enter your favorite course. I'll say English. So this is what happens, and then this is the
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the part where you probably seen on the video. So enter the radius. So put the radius as 33. And the thing is that the main concept is that you're not putting a lot of the dirty work inside the main the main static void, but you're actually putting it in the you're putting it in the other ones. So I'm pretty sure it's called static voids. No, I think it's, what's it called again? It's called the
A function, you mean?
yeah, the function. So we put it in different functions. So this is the main function, and so all the dirty work goes into like these other functions. So let's go back to where we were. So enter radius. Radius was 33, for example, and so the information is calculated.
Where is the code for the functions?
The code for the functions. So it's here. So over here, calculate area of circle. So this is a static double. So this is one function, and so in this function, we basically create a variable which would lead the information from this function to go into the main function. So this variable in itself will connect it. So as you see here, calculate area of circle is over here. Over here, the information is double final equals calculate area of circle. And so this information will be displayed through the radius. So then the next one would be, please enter the cost of your item. So I'm pretty sure this is tax.
Yeah, it's for the tax one.
So then 33. Sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna add someone in. I think someone's waiting to.
Rodrigo.
Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have to take attendance too. So I'm just gonna take attendance really quickly. I'll just write it down somewhere. Reminder. today.
Hello guys, good night.
Hello.
Hi. It's Avnish, right?
Yes.
I was thinking, I'm like, no, I don't want to get it wrong this time.
I was just messing with you.
Okay, that's good. So that's the attendance for today. And so let's go back to what we were doing. So you get the understanding of this. So let's go to
Yes.
the questions. So the questions will be over here. Yeah, they're called methods. That's what they're called. So
Yeah.
there's not too many questions. Apparently, this shouldn't take us too long. That's our teacher was telling us. He's like, this shouldn't take us more than an hour. But I seen it. I'm like, I don't know. I partook in like 2 hours of the class. And I don't know. I was kind of confused. But let's start off with the first question. So write a this method with the following specifications: display name, menu.
Do you know what's argument?
Um, yes, just give me a moment. I just have to refresh my memory. No, I don't know what argument is, but let me compare it to the lab exercise. So the argument here for display area of circle is double representing the radius of circle. Okay, so what
It's
the
like
argument
the data type.
is like this part right here. So it's it's this. I think someone else is waiting. Oh no, I don't know what happened.
Perhaps it's the internet connection.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. Okay, so what I was saying was this is probably what they're talking about when they say argument,
Oh,
because
the data to be entered. Oh, okay.
yeah, double representing the radius of the circle. So double radius, and then if you go over here, what does radius represent? It does represent the radius of the circle, obviously. So if you go back here, we'll understand that, well, there's no argument, so we don't really need that at this point. What's the task? Display the following menu choice on the screen. So that's simple enough.
Yep.
So I'll create a new Visual Studios close project. New, we'll name
So
it.
you have fully completed the lab.
Um, yeah, I don't think there's anything missing. Yeah, it was very simple lab. It's literally like get the volume of a cube and stuff, and like literally like Reza has like all the information on like a notepad that he posted. So
Oh, okay.
I think it's like there's gonna be any difficulty with that. And labs aren't really that important either, but we do have it finished, so you don't have to worry about that. So and it's not something that you can't do by yourself. It's literally like you're gonna look at it and the answers are in front of you.
Oh, okay. It's just for practice.
Yeah, so the assignment is where we're really gonna be sort of
Struggling.
using our brains. So what I was saying is this is a simple task. Display the following menu choice on the screen. The only problem that I have with these questions is trying to figure out how we're going to use using a method in order to answer these, because we can easily just display this and enter the number that corresponds to your choice. You may beautify the output to your own liking. You don't have to implement the functionalities of the various menu choices at this stage. Call this method from your main. So this is the part that's very important. Call this method from your main. So that means that this is going to be its own method. So we're going to create this assignment 8.
8. So do we have to implement screenshots and stuff, or just have to paste the code in a Word document for the assignment?
Yeah, I think it'll just be easier for the teacher, and it's not like screenshots are hard to do, right? So we can do it,
Okay.
right? So static void, we can call it
Menu, display menu, I think.
view. Um, do this.
So you just have to output calculation menu. There's 5 lines to output, and that's it.
Pardon?
We just have to output 5 lines.
Yeah. I'm just, I don't know why this is showing me.
After the display menu, you have to put 2 brackets.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, so now what?
Cancel that right line. Just copy the console.write line and then just paste it 4 times.
Okay. Enter the number that corresponds to your choice. Okay, so that should be easy enough. So 1.
Sum of squares.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of this work that I've been doing in this class, it's not that it's hard as long as you know the concepts. It's just very it's very
Repetitive.
tedious work, you know, repetitive and stuff.
Yeah, but it's for practice because it's very easy to forget the syntax.
Yeah, I know for sure. Like I feel like after we didn't have assignments to do for like a week, I came back to stuff and I'm like, it's like being a new student, you know?
Yep, I feel you. Are you in the web interface design class?
Yes, that one I'm in.
Every time. I just forget everything.
Oh no, I 100%. I feel like it's not that I like the teacher, it's just I feel like
Louis?
it's not that he's a bad teacher, it's just I feel like I understand things a little slower or something because like I feel like I'm always like behind when it comes to like understanding what I'm trying to tell him.
Oh, just remember, you post this video, right? Don't talk about that.
No, I never said anything bad, right?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say that. No. For real though. Like, I'm just gonna say that his explanations isn't the clearest.
Yeah, no, I understand. And I try to like ask questions and stuff. But yeah, like in general, I don't really have anything bad to say about the teachers. I feel like they do their best, but we have to understand how hard it is to teach, right? It's probably like we don't even
And
understand.
maybe he's a good teacher, but sometimes when they explain in different methods like online, it's strange, right?
Um, yeah, well, like
Yo, okay, Ryan. Okay, just listen to this. We had the test. The test was scheduled for a date, okay? And then
yeah.
he just says like during class, okay, the test will be today. Just start today, yo. Like,
What happened? Sorry, I was just doing this.
so we had our test scheduled for a date, right?
Yeah.
It was an centennial and stuff. So let's say it was tomorrow. The test was tomorrow, right? And then today we have class like right now. And then he says like, okay, you know what? We can't do the test on any date. It has to be during class hours. So your time has already started. Like start now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, when was this? Was this the Monday one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember that. I was there. I didn't expect to do the test on that day, you know. I didn't I wasn't really that prepared, but it is what it is.
Did you guys know about the strike?
Nope.
No, my sister told me because my sister goes to this college, or she did, and she was telling me about how the strike could cause us to mess up this whole like semester.
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm just gonna say that if we have another week, yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, so I wrote everything down.
yes, looks good.
Now, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do.
It looks good to me. Can we just run it to make sure it runs?
Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I just thought that there'd be more to do, you know?
Yep. Not for this one at least, because he said that you don't have to implement the functionalities of the various menus at this stage.
Okay, it's easy enough. So the next one is modify your main so that the above method is called repeatedly. Modify your main so that the above method is called. I think it's supposed to be called repeatedly, but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, the program will terminate when the user enters 0. Any other choice should produce an error message. Because you will not be doing any arithmetic, you may accept the user response either as an int or a char or a string. You don't need to define a new method. Use the existing main method. Using a do while loop to do the repetition and a switch to check user's choice if I don't know, choice is the recommended way to accomplish this. Okay, that's easy enough. So
yes. Where line 9,
9.
yeah. And then just before the display menu, just say do that display menu, and then after the display menu while input is not equal to 0. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So do and then
I'm not sure of the syntax for do while, but
yeah, I'm just gonna go check it real quick. I also forgot.
I think it's the funny bracket, you know, the one that has like something in the middle.
Check it out. It's something like
Yes.
yes, you're right. Okay, we'll do it. Okay, so now honestly, I even talked to like people who are in like who have graduated from like these type of classes and became software engineers, and they even tell me like even to that day, like to this day, like they'll still be using Google, like as
Makes
like
sense.
yeah, because you can't really remember all this stuff and like it's always changing, right?
Uh-huh.
So modifier program will terminate when the user enters. So we're gonna have to get uh do
I think in the before the end, now you have to put while somewhere, right? Yeah.
yeah while, and then I think that's the syntax. Yeah.
Are we missing something? Because line 10 is underlined in red.
Expected. Yeah.
The semicolon, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so now,
The
oh,
user input is not equal to 0. I don't know what it is. We have to create a
well,
variable for the user input.
yeah, so we'll write a string. Well, we can do a string. It doesn't really matter, he said. String um, value. So value
Is not equal to 0.
yeah, what's the sign when it's like not equals?
Oh, so
It's
it's like
like
where's
this.
the chat I pasted? I don't know how to say. It's the exclamation mark
Yeah.
and then equal to. Uh,
Let's try
oh, okay. Let's just put integer instead of string.
okay, so that's pretty good. Okay, I don't know. Okay, we'll try an integer. Oh, you know
Okay,
what
so
we
we haven't. Yeah.
I forgot. So the user has to input this, right? So the when the user enters 0, so
Oh, okay. I think in the main program, you can just say console.writeLine, enter your choice. It,
possibly
yes.
uh, then con read line.
Oh, I know what we can do. In the static void display menu, we can change the void to integer and then get the value from the user over there and then just use that value
But
in
then
the
that
main.
becomes the argument.
It's in line 21. Instead of void, just put integer, ent over there.
Over here? No, that's what I'm saying.
No, just for the void.
Oh, okay.
You have to delete the void first. Yeah, ent. And then we'll have, yes, and then on line 28, say return. And then actually delete that return. Write console.write line. Yeah. Enter choice. Console dot and then just say int choice equals to convert dot to yes, int 32, and then console.read line, and then 2 brackets inside. No, you have to put 2 brackets.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. So we shall write 2 brackets then.
Like
Oh yeah,
one open and one close here. And then on line 30, say return int. Oh no, sorry, return choice. My bad. Nice.
And
while choice. This is weird.
It could be because display choice. Actually, I don't know. So let's try this then. Just put enter choice here. Take this out. Take this out. Console read line. Okay, so it's good for now. Yeah, I guess I don't see a problem with it. Oh, actually, here do display. Well, yeah, it works now.
What happens when it goes to 0? It stops doing it, or should we write a statement to say?
Oh, we have to write something else, right? We have to create another thing. Well, oh no. So it says while choice does not equal 0.
We can just try it. We can just run the code and then just input 0 in there.
Yeah, we also have to create a switch too for this.
Switch.
Yeah, it says here. So it says and a switch to check for user's choice. So we'll only write 2 choices though. We can write one choice as case 0 and then default.
Yeah.
So do display menu while choice equals 0. So we'll try this out for now. Yeah, that's weird. Oh, no, I don't know what's happening, but for some reason, even though I'm pressing 0, it's still
looping.
Yeah, it's still looping.
Oh, let me just Google it. You have to type break. B-O-E-K. while choice. Yeah.
It's not. Where do I
think you
put?
have to put the funny brackets too. Before and after break,
Oh,
just like you did for display menu.
are you should,
Or is it fine now?
no, I don't. I don't think. I think you're
Do
supposed
like
to.
the funny bracket, you know?
Oh, the curly bracket.
Yeah, the curly brackets.
I don't know. It just kind of doesn't seem right. Here, we'll try something else. So, let me just think. So, any other choice should produce an error message. Okay. So here, just this. Let's just leave this aside. We also need to put a switch. So the switch will probably help us. So switch.
Sorry, my internet is breaking up.
Choice case 0 break. Then we add this in there. Default break. Okay, so we'll try this then. Oh, actually, default will have an error message. So console dot write line error. Okay, so we'll try this now. Enter number, so 0. Terminate. The program will terminate when the user enters 0. Any other choice should produce an error message. So technically the 0 worked, except the first time. So if you type in 0 for the first time, then it doesn't work. So we'll have to do something.
Okay. Because it's a do while loop, you know, like it will execute it first. I think so. I'm not sure.
Okay, well then we'll write do, then we'll write this thing. We'll put that in there. While choice equals, no, does not equal 0. Do
What's your dog's name?
Sorry, it's my neighbor's dog. It's not even my dog.
Damn.
Yeah, it's serious. But I mean, it's okay. I honestly, I blur out the noise sometimes. I don't even remember that there's a dog. But yeah, what I was saying is, so what we need to do is we don't really need to do any arithmetics as he's saying here. We just need to create a do while and a switch case and and we have to display the menu. So display menu. But we have to put this display menu up here. So we'll try and see how this goes. Okay, so enter choice, okay, choice 22. Enter the number that corresponds to your choice.
Oh, we're supposed to have an arrow or something?
There's something wrong here. I don't know what's going on here.
For the switch.
Oh, I see. Here, sorry. We have to do this. So, enter choice. We're gonna close that part. We'll add this part there. Okay, so this should probably work. No, sorry, I messed up. We need to show this part and this part at the same time. You know how you were talking about how like you can send information from this part and it'll end up in the main?
Yes.
So how do we do that again?
Okay, so which information I'm trying to send? The choice?
Yeah, the choice. So here, I'll just...
So you're trying to send the choice into the
Yeah, like here, I'll set it...
function or the function to...
It'll be like this. It'll just be here. So you said return choice, but I don't know. This part right here is like the confusing part. Maybe if you have choice here.
Oh, no.
No?
Nope.
Are you sure? Because I thought if we do int choice...
Yeah. Now it's supposed to work. You just have to put the return. Oh, okay. I get it. Line 35. Just say result. Int result. Line 35. Just say result over there. Result. And then say return result on line 36.
Line 36.
Return result. Nice. Now, in the switch, just put result over there.
Okay, but we're not supposed to have an argument. That's the thing. That's the only problem. Not supposed to have an argument. Okay, so we'll try this now. This should probably work, right?
No. In the switch, you're supposed to have result. Okay, let's just try it. Should work. I'm not sure.
Okay. Oh wait, we haven't changed these. So we'll just display. No, it's not showing up here.
Do you think it's because your function is after your main? Because usually, I think it's the functions are returned first and then the main. I'm not sure. Just
We can try it. I mean, it's... No.
you're missing a T. No.
Yeah, but the thing is, it would have showed.
Yeah, you're right.
So we're missing something. I just can't put my finger on it. So, So display menu. So do you think that the do should be out of the switch, or the switch should be in? The do should be out of the switch, right? The switch should be in the inside.
To be honest, I have no idea.
I mean, it makes sense that the do is on the outside. Oh.
Do we have to put the switch inside the do while loop?
The switch?
Yeah.
Um,
Should not matter
no,
actually, right?
no, it doesn't mention anything about having to do that. It just says you need to have it, right?
Switch result equal to. Actually, just give me 1 sec. For the switch, we have to write case, right? Case.
Yeah. But there's not really a lot of cases. I mean, there's only two things that we're being told are options. So one option
Okay,
is
let's just do this. While result less than 4 and greater than 0.
okay. So less than 4, and then
Actually, it's less than 3. The sign is incorrect.
wow, what's wrong with it?
You're saying result greater than 3. It's supposed to be result less than 3.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you're right.
And then result
Less than 0.
greater equal to 0.
Greater equal
Greater
to?
equal to 0. Yes. I think you're missing one bar for the end. Why? We have to put two vertical lines, right? To show the end. Oh no, actually, line 24. It's not a vertical bar, it's the ampersand sign.
Oh. This sign?
It's two ampersands. Yes, two like this. Yes.
Okay, so then we got this part down.
For the the condition that you stated in line 24. Put it in the switch.
Okay.
Because no, just the condition. Because if this case is the case, then it is valid. If it's not the case, then it is an error. Make sense?
Yeah.
Because then the user would have selected like 22 instead of 0, 1, 2, 3.
I don't think this can really be a case though.
Just delete that line 20. Poof. And then inside line 17, inside the result. Yeah. No, just off the. Yes.
Okay.
And then.
But the thing is, what I was trying to explain was that there's only two options that the teacher is trying to tell us to add into the program. So one of the options is if you press 0, it terminates the program. If you press any other key, it's going to re-loop it, right?
Yep. So here it's supposed to be not equal to 0.
Yeah, that's what we were doing, right? So not equal to 0. Or
I think the condition was good.
You know what I'm thinking?
Just the.
So, sorry to do that, but what I was thinking is that case 0 equal return and then default error. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Program not all code path return a value. Break.
What is the return for our function?
Here, like this.
We have to say, oh no. Just put void in delete line 36. Yeah, put void there. And then delete the
This will
return.
probably work though. If
This condition is supposed to be not equal to 0.
I know, but the thing is that even if we do put not equal to 0, the only problem is that we need more than one case, because if the switch is already determining whether it's a case of being not equal to 0 or a case equaling to 0, then we're only gonna have one case, which is the default case. So we're just trying to create two cases or two situations here. That's why. But yeah, you're right. Over here we have to add something, right? So
Do you remember the condition that I was telling you, like greater or equal to 0 and stuff?
yeah.
So what happens if you paste that in the result equal that for the lines, for the switch line 17, just line 17 and not 25?
And not well, 25 you have to add something because there has to be a reason, or there has to be a time when it stops. So there has to be a like the reason why it continues and the reason why it stops. This is the reason why it will continue, because it's not equal to 0 what the user inputs, right? But look, this is what we have so far. So if we type in 0, automatically terminates the program. So we got that right. Now all we have to do is make sure that if we type in a random number, you're just gonna. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, it's not supposed to happen. But
Roy, just do something for me, please. Leave it as this in line set.
I think I got it though. Look, done. Yeah, we did it. That's all we
Done.
had. So now we're gonna go on to the next one.
Yes.
Write a method with the following specifications. So calculate sum. We're just gonna do this slowly because I think we're taking on the question too quickly, If we break it down, then it becomes easier, I think.
Calculate sum.
What happened? Oh. So argument is int representing the number of input that will constitute.
We have to put int
int value. We'll just call it value for now, and then return value. So int representing the sum of squares of its input. So return. Wow, this is very annoying. To return sum. We'll fix it up later, but displays the user prompts, but not the sum of the
What's
square.
happening? I don't have internet connection right now. It's lagging. What's happening?
So right now we're just doing question 4. So what it's asking us is calculate sum of squares. So the argument they
Yeah,
want.
no, I'm breaking up. I continue.
Okay. So
Now it's good. Say again, sorry.
So now we have to write a method with the following specifications. The name is calculate sum of squares. The argument is int representing the number of input that will constitute the sum. So say if it's like it's 5 squares and where the argument is the int of 5, the return value would be int representing the sum of the squares of its input. So int is for the return value is sum, so they want the sum to get into the main method, and then the display is the user prompts but not the
What
sum.
does sum of the squares mean?
So when you add two things together, the answer is a sum. So I honestly I have to see. Yeah, we're not finished reading it yet, right? So I don't know what
No,
they're.
like what does of the squares?
So let's see. So the task is prompt the user for input and calculate, um, and um accumulate the sum of squares of the input. This is repeated as specified by the argument. Return the final sum. In your main, when the user enters 4 in response to the menu choice, you will prompt the user for the number of inputs that she will be working with. You will invoke this method with this value and display the resulting value. So calculate sum of squares. So okay, so I think what they're talking about is, so because they're saying calculate the sum of squares, I think they're referring to squares. So like when you do like 4 times 4 is 16, 14, 16 is the square of 4, right? So I think that's what they're referring to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I personally think they're talking about. Honestly, I don't really know, but something happened. Okay, so let's just go back here. So in my humble opinion, I think that's what they're talking about. So the first one is calculate sum. So calculate sum is just a single integer. But then when they talk about calculate sum of squares, what are squares? Squares are like x times x, right? X squared. So I think it's gonna ask us to request the user to input a number, and we're gonna have to add the squares of those numbers. So the first thing we'll do is write a console. Please enter inputs. Okay, so the user will enter as many inputs as they want. So say if it's me, and the program is asking me, please enter your inputs, then I will be able to, or I should be able to enter in the number 4, for example, and then the number 10, and then the number 13. And what the program is supposed to do is take this number 14, for example, multiply by its like square it, and then add this number to the next number that I put in, but the square of that number too.
So we are taking the input. So say for example number 1, we take number 1, we square it, we plus to the second user number, which is square again. So if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square.
Yes.
Okay.
So but the problem I'm facing is that, so when it says write a method with the following specifications, yeah, we can write this method, but it says over here in your main, when the user enters 4 in response to the menu choices, you will prompt the user for the number of inputs that she will be working with. You will invoke this method with this value and display the resulting value. So from our display menu, what the user will enter is the result. So we have to create a scenario where if the user enters 4, so you have to write a new case here, case 4, then that's when we'll prompt them. So please enter your inputs. And then we'll bring it to here. So I'm just gonna copy this, enter int
Sum.
4. The only problem is that we have to get the sum. So instead of it being result 4 here, we're actually going to take this information and
send it to the function.
yeah, so or what we can do is once they enter case 4, then we can just prompt them to go to calculate sum, and then calculate sum will do everything.
Do you know why case 4 is underlined?
Yeah, because I didn't put a break in.
Oh, okay.
So int value. Yeah, I'm just gonna refer to the information that Reza left for us, because I think that that's kind of, it'll be useful.
Okay.
Some more. This complementary stuff is like gold right here. So
Oh, that's what it's for. I
yeah,
always wondered.
yeah, it's like the answers basically. So let's see if there's something. This is probably the best. Enter. No, this is that's good, but mm, the only part though. So do you know a way that we'll be able to prompt the user to enter as many cases as he wants,
Yes.
or as many variables or whatever?
Can you just scroll up a little bit? Nice. Okay. So where is it that we are taking the user's input?
We're taking the user's input nowhere yet, so it should be in here, I think. So please enter your input.
So it's in choice, in value.
Okay, just a moment. Int value
Equals convert the to int console.readline to brackets and then semicolon. Yep. This is weird. Choice.
So what?
On line 22.
Line 22.
Can you just remove that int? Do you know why is that? Like, why is it underlined?
No, I actually
Oh,
don't.
we're still coding that part. That's why.
What happened?
Because we are still coding for that part.
Oh, it should be fine for now. I think it'll change
Yes.
eventually.
So on line 46.
So I have a question here. So you know how there's int choice. So say for example, if the user must be able to enter more than one variable, more than one number for this one. So for example, say please enter your inputs. The user should be allowed to enter 5, should be allowed to enter 7, 8, 9, all at the same time.
Repeatedly.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. I think we should use a loop, like the same variable, the user. Okay, so let's put it in this order. We ask the user for the number. A
Yeah.
variable takes that number, and then the number is squared and stored to another variable, and then the loop is repeated again. Enter your number, and then it squares it and then adds it to another variable until the user does not input any number, and then the variable that was storing all the squared number, that variable is used to output the sum.
But wouldn't that value just hold one number? I don't think that one variable holds more than one number.
Because it's a loop, it will like refresh each time. So for example, if we have two variables, okay, let's say we have one variable called total, and then one variable called number. Okay,
Yeah.
so number will store the number that the user inputs. In one loop, the number will be, let's say, number 1, and then in the first loop it will square number 1 and add it to total. And then on the second loop, if the user inputs, say for example 2, number 2 is squared and then added to total.
Okay. Yeah, we can try it. But I'm just gonna let you know that the hour is basically up now. So maybe if you want to if you want to
Yeah,
leave for now, we will work on it tomorrow again. That's fine. Um,
it's due tomorrow, right?
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's due tomorrow night. I'm probably gonna try working on it tomorrow morning and see if I come up with any solutions.
Okay. Could you send me all the codes, like the lab and the assignment, and I'll try to work it out?
Yeah, no problem. I'll send it to the
All right,
group.
thank you.
Okay, then have a good night then. Thank you for joining.
You too. You too. Good job.